Hey there, guys. I'm going to talk to you today about some random ideas. Are you ready? A flaming tornado that was formed from an oil spill in the ocean and it got on fire and is heading towards a small town. Oh no, it's also filled with sharks. That sounds like something on a Sharknado. Alright, now. A strange plant that is actually two plants fused into one. One is part of an ancient woodland full of dinosaurs, and the other part is a massive futuristic city. Hey, a future and, prehistory, together. That, sounds actually pretty cool. I would like to, make something like that. It kind of sounds a little like, Super Mario Galaxy with some of its worlds. Well, there's like, the fused plants that are like, one part hot, one part, cold. I mean, that world was, very cool. Alright, now. A strange white plant that resembles a giant white crystalline star that glows with a bright white radiation. It contains harsh, triangular, jagged landscape full of caverns and made of pure crystal. Oh yeah, definitely Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, a giant saxophone in space that flows like a river, uplifting music that flows through outer space, forming an ocean of stars. Become a river stream. Alright, now. Would you say it's lost in thoughts all alone? Anyway, a strange monstrous alien that is known as the Silence, which wishes to drain the universe of all music. No. Wait, the Silence? Wasn't that a Doctor Who thing? No, that kind of reminds me of that one movie, about, all music and sound in the world being banned, and, it was kind of like under a oppressive regime, and then the hero, had to bring back music and all that. The Silence is some sort of extra-dimensional entity which appears regularly as monsters throughout the world that are an extension of its mind and wills of its collective. Alright, now, to defeat the Silence, people bearing the power of song music must rise and fight it, such as those who bear the power known as idols. Idols are identified by wings on their back. No, wait, this sounds like a prototype of, Indigo B. Yeah, she was basically a siren character I came up with. Yeah, I could, I think we should go with this, yeah. I think, this would make, good lore, yeah. I think I would like to use it, more seriously. We can make the Silence into a thing, yeah. Yeah, we could have them basically be like noise, 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 and try to smash everything that makes noise. Alright, now, a strange bridge between heaven and earth that resembles a massive strand of DNA that reaches beyond the alien worlds and across the universe. Yo! Alright, now, we sent ourselves a little DNA bridge. I mean, it kind of looks like a spiral. It kind of looks like a spiral staircase, if I'm gonna be honest. Well, I always got that impression whenever I saw pictures of it in science books. The silence always bleeds static when it's injured or destroyed and returns to nothingness as it was. That just kind of reminds me of, the beings in the media dimension. Yeah, the beings in the media dimension, whenever they die, dissolve into static. And of course, yeah, even the milder ones kind of dissolve into static. It said the Silence is some sort of an organic being like a living computer, is said to agree long ago in the name of peace, but turned into a weapon and driven insane by the horrors of wars and destruction inflicted. Wait, that just sounds like, Master Bloodless. Yeah, Master Bloodless is a villain with kind of a similar concept, but obviously they have nothing to do with music. They're more of, they're more of, they were a former, helpful robot that, decided, the government, decided to turn into a weapon of war, and, they thought it, was going to be, like, super cool and glorious and all that, and it was fighting for freedom and all that, but, turns out war is kind of hell. As a result of the Silence's loss, insanity and loss of innocence has grown great. It was grown into the great power discord, a monstrosity of great and reach over the universe that once held life, and all the universe to pay. Yeah. The Silence has one weakness, the pure energy of love itself. So obviously we need to play Love in the Crossfire. We need to get Praline, I'm saying that. Alright, you remember her from Bravely Default. No doubt, yeah. Yeah, my favorite part about Praline Alamode is when she was when you had the option to take her or the pirates, and Bravely second, and they were kind of fighting over the rights to a song. Yeah, Praline wanted to turn it into generic pop music, and Barbarossa wanted to more honor it by making it into like a cool sea shanty. Yeah, funny enough, Praline's version of the song is more popular on YouTube, unfortunately. And I'm like, Barbarossa's version is much better. Anyway, that's kind of a tangent. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's all the random ideas I have for you right now. And I will see you in the next. Remember to fly like that and shine like the moon, okay? For weirder stuff dreams are made of. Goodbye.